And like I said, Brian Markowitz, he's a former winner here. Chris Daniel won the shootout last night. Luis Deliano, former winner here. Ken Cortuccio's had success here. Of course, Stevie Fast has had success here. Norman Bryson has as well. So that's going to be the deal here for PTC and Fuel Tech Radio versus the world. Less than 1 hour from now as the truck's getting ready to turn off top end. Alrighty, so we're going to keep it going here with the trucks. All clear on top end. So here we go. Let's do this. I believe this is the final pair of the trucks, or final truck, I should say. Then we got the 6.0 Index in the water box. Going directly into their final qualifying session. Then we got Open Comp coming up after that. And I believe that should take us right up to 6 o'clock or pretty close. Here we are. 6.0 Index brought to you by TG Motorsports. Their final qualifying session. And the idea here, go as close as you can to 6 flat. If you're red light right now, that's okay. You go under 6.0, well, that's okay now. Just don't do it in eliminations. Yeah, buddy. Top end. Yeah, buddy. There you go. 597 to a 605 here in 6.0 Index, brought to you by TG Motorsports. Up, need you now, please. Open Comp, come on. Let's go, Open Comp. Need you now, please. Open Comp, let's go. As Brenda Webb left side, 31Q on the right side. Here their final session of qualifying. And then we are less than an hour. Look at that wheel stand, baby. Oh, boy, he carried that out to about nearly 300 feet. 616 at 112. Man, that was one of the most beautiful wheel stands I've seen this weekend. Oh, my. 616.9 for Brenda Webb at 120 miles an hour as Mark Panther left side at Schaumburg, Illinois by way of Chicago. And Gerald Thompson at Bowden, Georgia, the 94 Chevrolet Lumina. Right now, best run of the weekend for Thompson. Actually, he's gone quicker Then the index a couple of times has been 584.4 and 574.4. Definitely going the wrong direction. Here we go, we're clean and green again. Top end of the racetrack, how about a 586.6 for Thompson, 105 to a 581.2, 121 for Mark Panther. As Corey Hunt left side of Remington, Virginia, in that 2001 Mustang, and David Webb from Manassas, Virginia, in the 05 Mustang. This should be a good one. So once again, for the right-hand side, he's pulling over to the 662 for Kerry Hunt. David Webb idling on down to a 1078 at 77 miles an hour. Edwin Rivera and Sean Calabrese. Sean Calabrese out of Orlando, Edwin Rivera from Kissimmee, Florida. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. He's hanging on to it, and he just barely tapped the wall. Man, oh, man, folks, put your hands together. Edwin Rivera, I'm just going to flat say it. How the hell did he not put that thing on its roof? That was got to be one of the wildest wheel stands I've ever seen. See Edwin, we see him moving around in the car, and he's opening up the door. He puts his thumb up. He's all right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank goodness for that. Wow. Yes, sir. I tell you what, folks. So I got to tell you, that was one of the wildest wheel stands I have ever seen, ever. I tell you what, I tell you, the Flow guys tell me they're got a replay coming up for us here in just a moment on our monitor. But Edwin, you good down there, brother? Hell yeah, I'm good. Here's the replay. That thing went straight up, and bang! My goodness. Again, that's our. This is for you folks watching on Flow. That's our down track camera, and man, that thing was wow. That is wow. And the wheel broke off, and he just barely bumped the wall. Barely. Wow. So again, folks, real quick, let's do a RadioOutlaws.com parts call. Here we need 2 3/8 by 8.750 push rods and 2 T&D adjuster cups with a shaft rocker. If you got any of those parts, bring them up here to the tower so we can help out a racer. Again, needs 2 3/8 by 8.75 3/8 by 8 3/4 push rods and 2 T&D adjuster cups with the shaft rocker. You can help them out. Let us know up here in the tower. I'll bring the parts up here or whatnot. We'll see if we can help out a racer. Guys down there in the flow truck, we get one more replay of that in real-time speed. That was something. We'll get Edwin off the racetrack here. time. This is on a replay, man. That thing went up, and oh man, wow. Boop. And that one's and again the camera right where he stopped is right where our camera is there, and we saw him look around, moving around the car like, okay, I'm good. Might need some new Fruit of the Looms, but I'm good. And this is real-time speed here. Wow. That is nuts. But the most important thing, he got out of the car on his own power, and whew, boy. So again, we'll get this cleaned up and be back to racing as quickly as we can. In the meantime, Sean Calabrese with a good solid lap. 6:03 with a 5 at 111 miles an hour. That pales in comparison to the wild ride that Edwin Rivera took. So you see the truck is making its way up the racetrack, and I'll put it on the rollback. And whoo boy. Oh, folks, real quick, I have a special announcement about tomorrow's church service.
Yes, my name is Mike Yon. I'm chaplain with JAMA Racing Ministries. We'll be having a non-denominational church chapel service, church service under the concession stand overhang at 8:30 in the morning. Real casual. You can bring your coffee and donuts. Just come as you are. We're going to be about 15, 20 minutes, give the Lord his due, and then we're going to go back to racing. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Chaplain. Again, that's tomorrow morning at 8:30 underneath the pavilion here on the left-hand side of the racetrack. 8:30 tomorrow morning. Please come join us. All are more than welcome. Bring coffee, bring donuts, bring orange juice, bring Rice Krispie treats. What else we got here? I'd say you can't bring Chick-fil-A. They're not open tomorrow, so. Again, we appreciate all the folks here, and everyone is more than welcome to join us tomorrow morning at 8:30. Also, the great folks, Fuel Tech down here. They got their React Time Simulator here. All the great fans here. And also, folks, I believe later on tonight, we still got that Cheeto eating contest where 11 people, 3 of them ladies, will try to see who can eat the most Cheetos in 3 minutes. So right now, folks, now's a great time while the track is cold at the current moment. Go get yourself something, eat something to drink from concessions. Get your shirts, get your hats, get your apparel. Because I'm telling you, when RVW, PTC, and Fuel Tech Rail vs. the World comes up at the top of the hour, approximately 6 o'clock, we sold you the whole seat. You're only going to need the edge of it if you're even sitting down, which I got to tell you, these 8 drivers, they are going to let it all hang out. And I'll tell you what, if he wants to, and it's total my invitation, if he wants to, what if we put an open mic in Stevie's? He doesn't want to. Okay, he retired. Okay, from that part. Norman Bryson, I'm sure he's back there, cool, calm, collected, saying, okay, got Stevie Fast round 2. He ain't worried about it. He ain't scared. We'll get the car pushed up on the rollback. Make sure the track's cleaned up. We'll replace the 330 block that was taken out, and then we'll be back to racing here very, very shortly. I'm telling you, man, that was. But I mean, he did a great job of great job. He got when the car slammed down, it broke all the steering in it, and he just barely tapped the left lane. Well, I'm sure he was on the brakes and had everything shut off at that point. But man, that car, it hooked up, and then you saw the result. That was once the Radio versus the World comes out in the 360 range, well at over 200 miles an hour. As in the tractor coming its way back, but if you are a 6.0 racer that is also running an open comp, once you make the run, you become right back to the staging lanes. So we had a 6.0 car that tried to so they're loading it on the rollback now, and Edwin Rivera took I would say, the ride of his life out there. So again, 6.0 index. If you are also entered in open comp, once you make that run, come right back to the lanes and get ready for open comp. Again, like I said, they're getting it up on the rollback. We see on our monitor there, and I'm sure they'll drop it off in Edwin's pit, and he'll take it back to Kissimmee, Florida, and we'll see what's salvageable on that car. And oh boy, that was again one of the wildest rides that I've ever seen here at South Georgia Motorsports Park and Lights Out. Folks, there's a side-by-side that's parked on the circle track. We have made numerous calls for it to be moved, and whoever owns it either doesn't care or they're not taking it seriously. So again, if you own that side-by-side that's parked on the oval track, it's 5:20 now. If that thing's still sitting there about 5:30, 5:35, they will move it for you. Again, we're not kidding, folks. When we tell you to move your vehicle, you need to move it. When we tell you don't park somewhere, don't park there. And again, if you have your side-by-side that's just randomly sitting on the oval track, you need to move it now, or we will move it for you. Oh. Man, I'm telling you, that again was one of the wildest wheel stands I have ever seen. Did a great job and as much control as he had when it came back down to earth. And just barely tapping that left lane wall, but he happened to stop right in front of our camera. We saw him moving around the car, opened the door on his own, climbed out of the car on his own. And that was the best news you could ask for in that situation. Because that was wild. So Jake Barlow and Justin Kazoa's in Austin, Texas. And I'm sure Jake Barlow is probably thinking in his car right now, I do not want to do a wheel stand like Edwin Rivera just did. Okay, that's the G-rated version of what he said. This is a family show. What he really said was, if LeBron James tried to get in my car, I wouldn't let him because this car is only for winners. And no crybabies. And no flopping either. All right.
All right, so with all the action, how you doing there, young man? I know you're young, but I was saying to the kid, thank you for letting us jump in, Mr. Brown. Dr. Fierce up here.
Yes, sir.
Will you go by Ryan or Dr. Fierce?
Either. I like them both.
You like them both? See how mellow he is, Adam? See, he doesn't. You are a very mellow guy.
I appreciate it.
Listen up. Open comp drivers and open comp drivers only. Meet Wade at the front of the staging lanes, please. Open comp drivers and only open comp drivers. Meet Wade at the front of the staging lanes right now, please. So I got a few minutes to talk with a good friend of mine and a guy that really has come, I would like to say he's jumped off the 9th story. And he wants to at least land on the 8th story, so we're going to help him do that. But the ADRL goes back to many, many years ago, and it raced here. I announced here for many years and was very successful. Well, this young man, Dr. Fierce, what he goes by, if you go to the ADRL podcast, you can see him and Adam doing their thing, trying to bring racers together to race at the ADRL. I commend you for that. You're doing a great job.
I appreciate that, too.
You know, you're a good person, for one, so that's what it takes. And I tell you, I go, you got to watch your back because you're really good. Don't let everybody in the world get their advantage of you. But you know what I mean when I say that. It can happen. But you guys are coming out here in March.
We are, yep. We'll be here March 15th and 16th for Georgia Drags 8.
Couldn't be a better place to come. The Raul and his family, these guys and gals these are great people.
Yeah, absolutely. Raul's been just absolutely amazing to work with. Somebody who's dedicated, and the level of positivity and enthusiasm. Like, how could you not fail working with somebody?
You love that as a Marine, don't you?
Semper Fi.
No, I know. I know you're just
Hoorah.
But you love that as a Marine, and you love to deal with people that are on that level, which is good.
That's right.
And I just want to say I wish you the best, man. And I know by what you're doing, see, a lot of people don't do what you're doing. They get on their thing and think the computer's at the sale pitch. Pitch is right here when you meet people, talk to people, go out, shake hands, kiss babies. That's what'll make the ADRL what it is again. I'm telling you.
Hey, man, I appreciate you saying that. And that's what it's all about. You can really judge a person by their interaction, looking them in the eyes, and having a real conversation with them. So that's what I'm out here to do, and make the ADRL great again, man. That's what we're here to do. So
that's awesome. And I wish you the best. I mean,
appreciate you.
You know the hard road you're up. Honestly, if everything was easy, we'd all be doing it, right or wrong?
All that saying, 100%. Yeah, if it was easy, everybody'd do it. So, nothing is easy that's worth it.
So Dr. Fierce has jumped in the pool with the alligators, and I love you for that.
Thank you.
Takes a lot of huevos, man. I mean that, to do what you're going to do. I want to tell the world, because they are listening all over the world, Japan, Germany, we're everywhere on FloRacing. I just want to tell them, support the ADRL. Dr. Fierce, the brand new owner, Ryan, and Adam, his cohort, who makes sure everything technical is working for these
that's
guys.
Right. He keeps us in line, that's for sure.
But support this guy, and I wish you the best, man. I really do. You're a good man.
You're a good man too, and I appreciate it. We're going to, we will make the ADRL great again, and we're going to do whatever it takes, man.
And we won't have to make a red hat that says that, believe me. But this guy knows where he's headed. But thank you for a moment on the mic, and to the world again. Support the ADRL, and we wish you the best. I do.
Much love, everybody. Peace and chicken grease.
We're in the 6-0 category right there. They are ready to rock out of the water box. Right here, coming up, White Mustang. Sorry about that. The world's second button hitter, the world's greatest second button hitter. Here's Maddie over there, Maddie Malone, coming up out of Tuscumbia, Alabama, 6-0. Here they go, Chevrolet Nova, Maddie Malone down there, Tuscumbia, Alabama, makes a run. 03, 05, 07, it don't matter. The race is over. Ted Rajanagan getting the race win. Rajanagan. All right, Atokia, Tennessee, the winner in that 67. Next two coming to the line. All right, so Mike Crawley down there and Nathan Wells. Wells will be over in the left lane. Crawley down here at Atoka, Tennessee, I apologize. 67 Chevrolet Camaro. That's not a 67 Chevrolet Camaro either, so that's a Chevrolet Nova. Tyler Bradley, 10 Mile, Tennessee. Joe Murrow over there in the left lane, the pick-em-up truck. The FT Erie, Ontario, Canadian-based machine. 2000 S10, 406 cubic inch small block Chevy. It's all qualifying, fans. They are qualifying for the 6-0 category. That little red light, they want to get rid of all those red lights when they come up here. Here's Jay Gallant, Welland, Ontario, Canada, based 84 Mustang. Sean Thomas over there in the pickup truck. West Deptford, the 94 model S10. So with that, they'll take the yellow truck. 6-0 the index. You run closer to the index, you win. So let me give you an example of that. 595, 7. Then you go 6, 7, 8, 9, 6. And then 593, 3 is faster. So if that was a legal race right there, the 595.7 of Thomas would have took the victory. It's the closest to 6-0, whether it's on the fast side or the slow side. Here's Rodney Combs. Harrow, Ontario, Canada, the 70 Dodge Super Bee. This thing is gorgeous, man. I went down to the pit area, looked at it back there behind the winner's circle. That is a good-looking car. Eric Vogel out of Franklinville, New Jersey will be in a pickup truck, 82 S10. Uh-oh. Out of the way. Out of the way, man. That's too bad. The PTC car getting pushed off. Deidre, her mom, and all the fine pushing off Kenny Ford right down there in the right side as they'll get them another day somewhere as they come up. Here we go. Bob Corrin in the left lane. Seville, Ohio, 71 Chevrolet Camaro. So the right side will be a single pass here, so this is just qualifying. This will be a single pass. That 71 Chevrolet Camaro sitting in there with the big tire on it. 6-0 the number. It's Bob Curran. Curran out of Seville, Ohio. Got it going on that single. Let's see how he does. Does he go 6-0? How about 587.3? 119. Thank you very much. Listen up, there's a van that's going to get towed at the front gate. It's got a Georgia plate, RJCO748. You need to move it now. A red striped white van. Move it now, please. You're blocking everyone. That van can be pulled too easily with a chain. Anyway, one ethanol down there. Jim Johnson down there trying to run the number of 597 for that car at 111 miles per hour. Jackson Henderson, the Chevrolet Nova rolls up out of Madison, Alabama. Will Johnson. Look at that pickup truck, fans. That thing is something else, man. The old 69 F100, 429 cubic inches of Ford power under the hood of that pickup truck. Guarantee it's called the stump puller back where it comes from. Blackshear, Georgia. Look at that thing. Hiking it up and getting it down. Now he's got to run a 6-0. Can he do it? 6:08. Better on the red light is Henderson at 6:04, but it's not eliminations yet. Boy, that little Chevrolet Vega brings back the 80s, man. Totally brings back the 80s. Gus Files, Orangeburg, South Carolina, will be in the left lane. The 1968 model Chevrolet Nova. He'll get it ready to go. Lights are down with a wheel stand for both of them. Vega had to straighten it out a little bit. Got that thing to bump steer to the left. Brought it back right. Goes 6:02. Better run. 6:04 for Files in the left lane. Good stuff here in a 6:0 index. Next one's coming up to the water box area. Let me get a tag on that. Dylan Amon. Dylan Amons. Sickerville, New Jersey, 92 Mustang. Nick Ross out of Clementon, New Jersey. His 92 Mustang will be in the right side. So Nick Ross will back up. He'll bring that thing down there, Clementon, New Jersey. All right, so Nick Ross was the boss there. Kenny Ford coming up. Muscle Shoals. Hey, what'd they do? Didn't they just push this thing out? Would they have to go do a lap around the tower? There's Kenny Ford, Muscle Shoals, Alabama. The owner, one of the owners of PTC. They do torque converters, tranny work. This guy is good. Now, if you're watching 6.0, this guy can run the number. The 69 Valiant. Uh-oh. Kenny's turning off the thing. Dita's down there. It's so good to see that young lady. You don't want to see her this way, upset. She's a racer herself. Her mother, who looks the same that she's looked forever, man. Gorgeous woman, gorgeous people. Kenny Ford's not going to be happy without the run that he needs right here, but they gave him a shot. Now they're going to pull him back off with a little bit of leakage coming out of the thing. All right, so there's second time the Valiant's been pushed this way. PTC, don't forget them. They're down there. Go talk to them, get set up. You can see the look on that face of that young lady. She drives a car just as good as her daddy does, man. Hates to see anyone go out that way. All right, listen up. Radial versus the World. Round 2 of eliminations. We need you in the lanes. Brian Markowitz, Jeff Miller, excuse me. Chris Daniel, the Black Horse. Jimmy Taylor in the Pontiac. Ken Cortuccio, Louis DeLeon, Stevie Jackson, and Norman Bryson to the lanes. Radial versus the World. Round number 2 to the lanes, please. So fans, a little bit of track grooming, brooming, rubbing and scrubbing, and we'll get ready for the next eliminator to come out of those staging lanes. But we are calling Radial versus the World to the lanes. Radial versus the World to the lanes. Round number 2 of eliminations. Markowitz, B. Jeff Miller, Chris Daniel, Jimmy Taylor, Ken Cortuccio, Louis DeLeon, Stevie Jackson, and Norman Bryson. Hopefully y'all got yourself the incredible Lights Out 15 wear and gear. They've got great shirts out there. I think they're still available down there in front of the VIP section. Get a shirt, a hoodie, whatever it takes. Be a part of Lights Out 15 right here, South Georgia Motorsports Park. And the track groomers. I got to tell you what, that man right there, Ramon, what a great guy. The way they have prepped this track to break records, that make things happen. He's walking around. Right now he's walking in his sleep. He's worked so hard on this place all week to get it to be to this level. Awesome deal. Radial versus the World, round 2 to the lanes. Hey, listen up. If anybody has 2 3/8 by 8 3/4 push rods for a small block Chevy, we need 2 3/8 by 8 3/4 push rods for a small block Chevy, and 2 T&D adjuster caps for the shaft rockers. We need 2 T&D adjuster caps for shaft rockers and 3/8 by 8 3/4 push rods for a small block Chevy. 2 of them. Need 2 each, please. So there you go, the Stinger, I like to call it, right there, the yellow machine of the Miller family pulling in, getting ready for Radial versus the World. Wow, what a purse for Radial versus the World. $50,100 to win this deal tonight, or tomorrow. Sorry. A day ahead of myself.
It's Saturday night. It's Lights Out 15, South Georgia Motorsports Park. And folks, let me tell you, the sun is setting, but I'll tell you what's not getting ready to get cold, and that's the action that's getting ready to happen on the track. Radial versus the World coming up. How about a little bit of that schedule change juggling around that the Duck X himself pulled off? We're going to get to see Radial versus the World cars before the track temperature gets too cold. the air temperature gets too cold, and all of these thousands of fans that have packed into South Georgia Motorsports Park are going to get tired because they've been here all day long. You have seen some amazing wheel stands. How about old girl Brenda riding it out 200 feet in a full-bodied race car and setting her on down and going 115 miles an hour? Folks, you are missing out by not being here at South Georgia Motorsports Park, but the next best thing is watching right at home on Flow Drag Racing. You're getting ready to have all the cars, everything coming up in Radio versus the World. The slowest cars, 368, and it was only the second run on an engine, and that's going to be Big Norman. Norman's going to be taking on Stevie Fast. Brian Markowitz, the B. I mean, right now, Jeff Miller says he's totally got B. Not worried about Markowitz. He's going to knock the tree down and give old Markowitz a good old stinging. But I'm going to tell you right now, out of all of the pairings, Ken Q and Luis, I finally got a screw blower DeLone in the Fuel Tech car. That's going to be your matchup. You are going to see solid side-by-side, high 350s. But it's probably going to be one on the starting line. Neither one of them are going to be sleeping when it comes time to let go. Folks, can you see everybody back there? They are not missing out, and neither are you. Radio versus the World round number 2 is coming at you next.
Alrighty, so again, folks, PTC Fuel Tech Radio Reversal will come up a little bit. We got the open comp cars back there, and then we got
All right, Stevie Fast, waiting on Stevie Fast Jackson. To the lanes, please. The Shadow.
it's the Shadow.
The Shadow 3.0.
There you go, that'll work. That'll work. All right, if you are missing your cellular device, if you can describe the phone and unlock it, we'll give it back. Oh, dude, why you got these pictures on there? Man, I'm kidding. Not really. It's a slow process. But anyway, if you're missing your cell phone, if you can describe it to us, unlock it, we'll give it back. So.
South Georgia Motorsports Park. Al Tucci wants to know if you're ready for PTC Fuel Tech Radio versus the World.
All right, so the drivers getting their last minute overview.
All righty, so again, we'll finish up the track prep. Then we got open comp.
Don't forget Plenty to Eat, the concession areas.
Oh, yeah.
They're both open. People are loving it. We got so many other areas you can grab a bite tea too. Sweet tea is here in the house. The funnel cakes is in the house down here.
All right.
Shadow.
500 on the Shadow, Al.
You're on your own.
Yeah, there you go. Norm Bryson said, I ain't worried about it. This ain't the first time I've taken on the Shadow. The King Bee against the Markowitz machine, the defending 2023 RVW champion, said, hey, I might have got stuck in traffic. Y'all might have eked out a win here for 7,500, but I'm taking care of the 20K. 50, see? $50,100. He's going to just roll it up, have a good time on the beach.
That's a lot of jing, man.
Man, you know what you could buy with that? Lots of stuff.
He could get that thing freshened up there in the Markowitz Mobile, and then it's the King Cheetah against Chris Daniel. The S is silent. Yeah. Katy Perry made a song about that. Coming at you like a dog. No. Yes, not insufficient funds. Ponce de Leon there. Apparently we have a Fuel Tech fan in the house. He got the serial killer. They're going to try to make sure that his throat don't get cut by the man when he leaves the line there. Who dat?
All right.
Tucci. I'm pretty excited. I know you are. You excited here for RVW?
Absolutely.
I mean, PTC?
PTC, Fuel Tech, and all the, I mean, there's just a matchup there. I mean, you got Pro Charge, you got turbos, you got all types of blown cars, and the B up there, the nitrous oxide injected cars. There is a mix-up down there that is very impressive in this round 2 of elimination.
Yeah, I mean, and the B is, he made a switch to the Ken Perry or Extreme Mariah Semi there, and it's been rolling. It's been staying together. So I'm tired of using old people's parts and hand-me-downs. I got me going. You see,
I love how he says that. You know, I'm not dealing with my buddies anymore on